For staying tuned, it is still the conversation here on Lagos television, and away from talks of democracy, politics, let's come down, to the uniqueness of hip hop music. I don't know if I know because again we are in the Gen Z age, and I don't know how many Gen Zs will be able to relate to hip hop music. But again, we're going to find out what this discussion as it unfolds brings. Joining us on the conversation today, we are joined by he is a writer and of course an R&B hip hop singer, Dari Martins. You're welcome to the conversation.
Thanks so much, man.
I asked you before we came on the show that do we still have young people who can relate with hip hop music, and you said yes. So I'm really looking forward to an insightful conversation today. But before we go into the hip hop talk, who is Dari Martins?
Yeah, thanks so much for that. Dari Martin is a singer, songwriter, Afrobeat, Afropop, lyricist. So I've been doing music for a very long time.
How many years now, professionally?
Professionally, it's more than 8 years now, professionally. Okay. I've been doing music. And I may push my music to reach my fans with my unique message. So it has really been driving for me to a great extent. Though I'm not resting on my laurels, I'm still pushing, keep pushing.
That's it, everyone keeps pushing. So is Dari Martins your real name?
No, that is my stage name.
That's your stage name.
Professional name.
So what is your name?
My real name is Alabiolua Dari Martins.
So how did you come about Dari?
I pick Dari from Olua Dari, then Martin, so Dari Martin.
Okay, now I get Dari Martins. Very unique name.
Thanks so much, man.
Okay, now let's get into our conversation. We are talking about the uniqueness of hip hop. And so when we hear, or when anyone hears hip hop, what do you think comes to mind?
Yeah, when you're talking about hip hop, you're actually talking about rap music. Yes. Talk about lyrics that are really filled with meaning, with messages. And we all grew up, most of us grew up listening to rap music because that was when the era of Afrobeat came into being. Then we're listening to foreign music. We're talking about the Tupac, the Biggie, the MC, the PDD, the Nas, and the likes, the DMS of those years. So these were the people that actually started the whole thing. So we're having the West Coast, the East Coast, whatever they were doing, even our mode of dressing then. We have Versace, we have Gucci, we have all this FUBU for us by us. This trend were actually associated with rap music, with hip hop then.
So when you're dressing?
Yes, because I'm a student of those good old days.
All right.
So I got my foundation from them. Even Tupac is one of my role models.
Because I was about to ask you that, so who are your role models?
He's one of those Tupac I really hold in high esteem.
So do you rap?
I used to back then.
Can you still rap?
I can still rap.
I rap small for us.
It is, all right.
You started with it as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, or you can prepare your mind for that.
No, I can.
Okay, just do something.
No love from my father cause the cow wasn't there. He passed away and I didn't cry cause my hunger won't let me feel for a stranger. So many things I want to say, so many places I want to be, so many things so to me. I'm not giving up, I'm not standing now.
The love of your father. I had love of your father, right? Okay, and so what's the message of that little piece that you just gave us now?
You're just talking about how somebody started one's life, no love from that side, but you are not giving up against all odds. That means nobody has a reason to give up on his or her dream, regardless of where you are coming from. So it doesn't matter what is happening, because some people were born orphans, but they are still paving way, they are still achieving their dreams in life. So that is what this song is all about.
That's a very great message. You do not have an excuse. You can make it if you want to. Oh, that's a very beautiful message. And talking about lyrics and messages now, because again, you said something that back in the days, hip hop was known or was synonymous to rap music, and they came with a message. And so when we look at the kind of music that we have today, I know today we have Afrobeats everywhere. And one thing that I have noticed is that what we just hear is beats these days. sometimes you can't even hear what the artist is saying. It's just the beat, and everyone is dancing to the beat. And so, has this has somehow watered down the essence of having meaningful lyrics?
Yes.
I'd like you to react to that.
Yes. It's actually what we are experiencing right now because of the Gen Z. They always want to get something at a very fast pace. But when you are talking about most of the people that actually started music, something was actually prompted you to writing your song.
Yeah.
Then it was not every Tom, Dick and Harry that wanted to become an artist. For you to have decided to be a singer, you must have gotten the innate talent. You must have been gifted. It must have been seen in you. So, and people were not actually doing it for the love of money. It was because of the passion, because of the message they want to share with people. But right now, because they know what is happening, you can get Fruity Loops and bring this beat, say whatever you want to say. And because of the advent of this social media platform, TikTok, when something is trending, whether it has meaning or not, people jump on it. So they follow the bandwagons. Unlike those days that people, they use hip-hop to pass messages, political messages, protest messages, revolutionary messages. So they were actually, okay, what can we do? People need to hear us. Because then it was like a means of broadcasting what the masses wanted to pass to the government. What they were going through. So everything will be laced there. Are you getting it? I remember one of the lyrics of Tupac. He said, what is happening in America? You promised me peace. You promised me job. But what have you given my people? We are living in abject penury. But the media is not showing it to the masses. Are you getting it now? So you can see that phrase, you promised me that means you're talking about what's happened during election. They will come with their manifesto, they will tell you that, but at the end of the day, they will not fulfill this. So when you listen to those lyrics, it passes messages across. But these days, at the end of the day, you see verse 1 is not even related to verse 2. So be saying that musically, this person does not have an idea what music is all about. But because a danceable beat, this one, that one. So it has actually made music to lose its real essence.
That's a great point there that you have just talked about, because again, from what you said, music, it was an instrument for artists to pass message down to the government for change and transformation. But that's not what we are seeing,
that is not what we are seeing
today.
Now.
And you also talked about social media, trends, but again, yes, these things are happening, but let's look at the good side of it, because back in the days then too, there was no social media for artists to be recognized and for their music to go far and wide. You would only buy the CD tape and all that. So, but now that we have the advent of social media and a lot of streaming platforms, how is this also helping artists reach wider audience?
Yeah, it's very nice, because it has its own pros and cons. So when you're looking at the advantages too, they are really there. Because right now, there's something we call global village. As I am here now, I have my fans in the US. There is nothing like geographical limitation. It has been broken, courtesy of the social media. So it has really helped. Look at the streaming platform. Back in the days, we used to go to Alaba. I remember back then, Kefe, Danny Young, this guy that sang Connie Love.
Can't remember his name.
What is this guy's name? This Agege guy. Danny, it's not Danny Young. He's one guy like that. So we used to go back. Danny Young was the one that sang Ojutiti back then. So we're together then. So, but when you look at what is actually happening right now, once you have gotten your song distributed, you can stream. Your fan can stream from anywhere in the world. You don't need to be physically there. Unlike those days that you have to be taking your CD from one place to the other. So that one has really helped us. And it has actually increased sources of income for artists. Now you get your merchandise, you get your royalty from different platforms, and they pay you based on the streams. So it's very, very nice now. So it has expanded the industry, and it has given unknown artists the platform to showcase themselves. Unlike those days that people will be running after record label, this one and that one. But right now, once a song is okay to an extent, you have gotten your community, your audience, your song can fly.
That's progress and growth in the industry. And I like that you mentioned some old artists. So let's talk about some of the challenges that musical artists are going through in the music industry that you'd like for it to be addressed.
The challenges you are facing in the music industry has been the challenges of finance.
Always finance.
Yes, it has been finance. You know, when you're talking about the advent of technology, it has made music promotion to be very expensive. Right from production stage, video production, then promoting here and there, because we have so many artists coming out. So then we have limited number of artists coming out, so it was really easy for your talent to be identified quickly. But right now we have many. Most people release their song on Fridays. We have millions of people that are releasing the song on that same Friday.
Why Friday?
You know, Friday is like the weekend, so they believe that if
people
people have time, they will have pre-ordered. But people have time to, my artist is dropping a song on Friday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they will be able to listen to that song. And if somebody is dropping an EP, they will have the time to evaluate the song before they start a new week. So that is one of the gimmicks they normally use in releasing songs. So you need money, because you can't just put your song on this streaming platform without, there's something we call playlist. You have to pay people to playlist your song, so that your song, the playlist like the selection we used to do back then, or the Salaba mix then. So they now call it playlist. That means your song will be fixed to be one of the rainy songs. So when people download the playlist or they stream the playlist, your song will come up. So you have to pay these people. And all this platform you are putting your song to, you have to do what we call drives. You have to pay them so that they can drive traffic to your page. Otherwise, you just upload the song, it's just going to be there. And if a song is not being promoted, it will die naturally. So it's not about you just uploading a song. You have to do what it takes for the song to be well known, and it takes money.
So apart from money, what other challenges?
The other challenges that we are facing is the issue of free downloading, because there are some sites that when they download your song, it will not show your dashboard. So it's actually affecting too. So these are some of the things we are facing. Then lack of sponsors. Most artists now, what we do is to sponsor ourselves because of the way things are in the industry. Some are saying they don't want to invest in up and coming artists again, that you should be doing, and this thing is capital intensive, except you just want to be in a local area. But if you have the dream of going further than your present stage, money is involved, and you need people that believe in you, because when they believe in you, they are ready to invest in you.
So when you talk about, if there are still more challenges, you can talk about it, but I just want to drop this now. You said one of the challenges is that you have people who don't want to invest in upcoming artists. And so how would you like that to be addressed? And again, for those who are upcoming, what are the things that you expect from them? Because again, if I must invest in you, I must see that you have something to offer. So what are the things that an upcoming artist, what are the, should I say, values, or what are the goodies that an upcoming artist must have, that your song must have, to be able to attract someone to say, okay, I want to invest in you?
Yes, when you are talking about someone investing in an artist, the person must be gifted, must be talented. They must listen to your song. That is why what we need to do right now is that nobody is coming to save you except you are ready to save yourself. They are not coming to meet you in your house. You must be out there. Even if they want to invest in you, you must have done your part to an extent. Say, wow, we like what you are doing. How can we support? So that is just what is there. Then when I say people don't really want to invest, it has been based on some of the experiences some of them have had with some up-and-coming artists in the past.
Which are?
You know, when you're talking about the experiences, some of them, after they have invested in these artists, when they have actually become great, they tend to start acting somehow. So it discourages them from thinking of helping other people, because they'll be thinking that, okay, I want to help this person again. How am I sure the person is not going to do the same thing?
But don't they sign a contract or something?
The contract, yeah, they normally, we sign contract, but sometimes some people renege on the contract. Sometimes now the contract may be saying after the expiration of maybe 4 years or your 4 albums or a particular number of albums, you have to renew. But the artist may be thinking, I'm now big, I don't want to renew. But it was not stated in the contract. But another thing that is there is that, sometimes because of the passion and the desperation for us to be known, that some contracts we're signing that we shouldn't have signed.
Yeah.
So under duress, Baba,
I just
even if
want
you don't
to
give me
know.
anything, a day. So at the end of the day, when you have now entered into it, you are now seeing how much they are paying you to perform in a show, and you know what is coming to you. So you feel cheated. So at that time now, the person will now be saying, do you know how much I'm paying to do this for you, to clothe you, to get the show for you, to do this one, to do the booking, the agency and the lies. But at that time, the artist will be feeling cheated. At the moment you are feeling that way, it's going to affect your sense of creativity. So these are some of the things that's always causing conflict between sponsor and the artist they are managing. And sometimes too, some sponsors are too greedy. They take an advantage of the fact that someone is still on no. They can say this is the percentage they want to be giving you. At the end of the day, that artist may be seen as a big person, but he's not showing in his or her life or in his or her account. So this thing causes so many depression and the likes. So these are some of the things we
real issues that
yes.
artists are going through that we do not know. All we just see is the glam, see you on TV thinking. Okay, you talked something about creativity while you were talking, and it just brought me to the issue of AI. Yes. There are some music sites here, or you see some videos with music on the ground, and they'll say it's AI music. And in fact, there was one that I think I was trying to search for who sang it, and I found out that it's AI, So, yes, AI is good, but again, how do you think do you see it as a competition for creativity? Because again, with AI now, AI can give you a lead. Just the AI, I have this idea, I want a song, create for me. And AI will give you the lyrics and give you the tone and the beats and everything. How do you think this will also diminish the sense of creativity for artists? Because you have some people who are using AI now.
Yeah, what I can just say about AI, artificial intelligence, is very nice. But what I can say is that it's actually killing creativity in a way that is making people to be redundant. Because there is something about, they say even the person who is a genius is using an infinitesimal portion of his or her brain. So imagine you are not using the brain, and what makes you an artist is the aspect of creativity you have been able to exhibit. But if you are not relying solely on AI, that means you're not thinking. So AI is supposed to support you. It shouldn't be something that is going to be what you are going to be relying solely on. So it kills creativity. So the only thing you can do is for you to think outside the box. What can I do? If there's anything, okay, you have an idea, you've gotten it. If there's anything you can get from AI to complement, it should complement, not being the decision maker in your element of creativity. Someone like me, I like things that will make me think, because I'm also a poet. I like thinking outside the box, and there is no how. When you look at the situation around, there are so many things we can write about. There are so many things, so many messages we can include in our song as a storyteller, because singers are storytellers. So it's not about you just writing, and these are the things. When you're talking about deep meaning, think about what is happening here. How can I make a music out of it?
Okay. So for you, your kind of music now, what kind of messages do you portray?
Yes, my kind of music, I portray a message of hope, inspiration. Don't give up on your dream. And I'm also a lover boy, so I preach love too.
Okay. He's also a lover boy and he preaches love.
Yes.
Okay, so for a young artist or young boy or girl who wants to go into the music industry and become big someday, what are the advice for you? You've been there, you've been doing it professionally for 7 to 8 years, right? But I'm sure that, some people say I've been singing from my mother's womb, but I know that you have been into music and then professionally for 8 or 7 years. So for a young boy or girl who wants to go into this field, what advice would you share?
Yeah, what I would just say, whoever is interested or is gifted to be in the music industry, the person should try to be serious with what he or she does, and the person should take education serious. Education is very important, because we have seen so many people dropping out of school because of music. But right now, people are beginning to understand that no matter the talent you have gotten, the essence of education can never be underestimated. Few days ago, this guy, Ice Prince, was having an interview, and he said one of his dreams in life is to go back to school. So a lot of people have jettisoned. And why did they do that? Because they only saw the glamour and the fame. They said they want to be like this person, but they don't know what the person has actually passed through. They even don't know the yearnings of that person. So they should not let go of their education. It's better you have the certificate and you don't need it than for you to need it and you don't have it. So it doesn't stop you. So even when you're in school, I started when I was in school. Back then, I finished from FUTA.
What did you study?
I studied physics electronics.
Wow.
Then I'm studying mass communication in Ghana, in Lagos State University.
Okay.
So when I started back then, we used to be the opening hat for P Square, for Tubaba, when they were doing all this Glow campus stuff.
Okay.
So that was where we started from. If there was any show, they would call us. So it's very important. So from there, you can be in a group. My seniors were the Olufumis, the Tunde, Sheyi, and Style Plus. So we're in the same hostel, Akindeko. They were my senior. I was in physics, they were in biochemistry. So you start from school. So all these things, you groom yourself, then you hone your writing skill because it's very important. Try to know the genre you want to focus on. Is it Afrobeat? Is it R&B? Is it Apala? You should know. Is it gospel? You should know area, and you should not follow the bad wagon. Don't do what everybody is doing. Because there's something about music. It's nice for you to really identify your special aspects, your uniqueness. You don't need to sound like everybody. You just need to, okay, this is who you are. And that is where your fans will locate you. So it's very important.
I mean, beautiful, beautiful conversation that we've had today. And I mean, this is a lot of advice for whoever wants to tour this part. Thank you, Dari Martins, for your time, for sharing insight on the uniqueness of hip-hop. And not just hip-hop, we talked about music generally, and of course, the challenges that music artists are going through. Thank you so much for your time, and we wish you the very best.
Thanks so much, man.
The conversation continues. Stay with us.